So our boy Rudeus Greyhat was ghosted during his first intimate experience, and then went through a period of depression. He embarked on a journey to locate his mother. Along the way, he joined a group of adventurers, forming new bonds and friendships. But life wasn't all smooth sailing for him. When it came to the bedroom with a girl, let's just say he couldn't rise to the occasion. Rudeus, the man who can slay a dragon but can't slay in the bedroom. He went down a slippery slope to alcoholville. He was so hammered that he insults the girl he couldn't have intimacy right in front of her. Big oof. He even contemplates ending it all. But a friend swoops in like a guardian angel. Crisis averted. But man, talk about a close call. After a long journey, Rudeus finally subscribed to our channel and arrived at the Ranoa University of Magic. But Alina, the nympho elf, decided to accompany him to the academy due to her intense interest in the students. Rudy wasn't surprised, having learned about Alina's curse during their journey, which she dies if she doesn't do wrestling without clothes. Her addiction followed her to the academy, making for an interesting and adult content twist. Inside the castle, he meets the Dumbledore of this story, Director Genius. The guy tells him he has to pass a test, because apparently, life hasn't tested him enough. During their nice talk, Rudeus learned that Ranoa was no ordinary magic academy. It offered non-magical subjects, piquing his interest. He inquired about the possibility of studying psychological illnesses, but the director clarified that their curriculum primarily covered healing, detoxification, and the study of curses. Rudeus is intrigued by the curriculum, which sadly doesn't include how to deal with awkward non-hardness 101. As he prepared for the test, Rudeus found himself in a room where the director introduced one of the university's top students, Fitz. This marks the beginning of a soap opera chapter. Rudeus introduced himself to Fitz, not realizing that she was, plot twist, a woman. But not just any woman. Fitz was Sylph, his childhood friend. The circumstances of Sylph's presence at the academy and her decision to pose as a man raised intriguing questions. How did she change her appearance, including her distinctive green hair? But wait, there's more. The story took a turn worthy of a drama as we delved into the mysterious past of Sylph. During a massive mass teleportation event 5 years ago, she found herself in the kingdom of Azura. Her hair changed color during the process, and she ended up saving Princess Ariel. To protect the princess, she assumed the identity of a man, changing her name in the process. But the story didn't stop there. An assassination attempt on Princess Ariel had Sylph jumping into action hero mode. With danger lurking around every corner, it was decided that the princess would go into exile at Ranoa Academy. This left me scratching my head, wondering if this was all part of some divine plan orchestrated by the human god when he sent Rudeus to the academy. Is the human god the executive producer of this drama? Stay tuned. Fast forward to a duel with Fitz. Rudeus noticed something intriguing. Fitz wielded a wand identical to the one he had given to Sylph. Talk about regifting. Is it a common wand that everybody can have? But during the skirmish, Rudeus' demon eye, capable of glimpsing 10 seconds into the future, which is basically his cheat code. He sees Fitz's attack coming from a mile away. Like a boss, Rudeus nullified the magic, conjured unenchanted stone projectiles, and ended the battle within seconds. Mic drop. Everyone in the room is left scratching their heads, and Rudy, the overpower the diplomat, decides to play it off like Fitz was just taking it easy on him. Seriously, who's he trying to fool? Using disturbed magic alone is like bringing a tank to a knife fight. The sweet taste of victory. With the magical beatdown, Rudeus officially began his journey as a special student at the Ranoa University of Magic. This unique position allowed him certain perks and quirks. For starters, Rudeus gets to live in the university dorms, which is like winning the magical real estate lottery. But wait, there's more. He's also exempt from tuition in most classes. No more worrying about student loans or sitting through Potions 101 when you already know how to brew a mean love elixir. However, our boy Rudy has to attend homeroom once a month. You know, that awkward gathering where everyone pretends to listen while daydreaming about their next adventure? Yeah, that. Plus, anything he does off campus is entirely on him. And things get even more interesting. During the university's orientation, Princess Ariel takes the stage. She's charismatic, powerful, and captivating. Ariel delivers a compelling speech, emphasizing tolerance and understanding among the diverse student body. It's a powerful moment that sets the tone for the university's atmosphere, and it's clear that Princess Ariel was born to be a leader, a queen. Now, let's talk about Silent Fitz. Rudeus had a run-in with him during an incident, and it's safe to say he's left quite an impression. Fitz is known for his magical abilities and has an aura of intrigue surrounding him. But Rudy have an uneasy feeling about him, and don't know what it is. Alright, let's rewind a bit and talk about Rudy's first day in the classroom at Ranoa University. You'd think this would be a simple sit down. First up, Rudy bumps into Zanoba, his self-proclaimed pupil from the whole Chiron Kingdom incident. Remember that mess? Yeah, Rudy probably wishes he could forget it too. He also meets Linnea, a 5th-year student and the daughter of Jais, the war chief of Doldia village in the Great Forest. If you're keeping track, that's another weird incident Rudy somehow got tangled up in. The guy's like a magnet for trouble. Next to introduce herself is Persona. She's not much of a talker and comes off pretty rude to Rudy. I mean, if looks could kill, Rudy would be 6 feet under. Then, as he takes his seat, he meets Cliff, who calls himself a genius of magic. If I were Rudy, I'd school this guy so hard he'd faint every time he remembered the lesson. Cliff spends some time bragging, and then, out of nowhere, drops the Iris bomb. Low blow, man, low blow. After class, our protagonist heads to the library to dig into the teleportation incident. And who does he run into? None other than Fitz. Rudy spills the beans about his own teleportation experience, but Fitz keeps playing coy about his real identity. Now, if I were Rudy, I'd ask about that wand Fitz is carrying. It looks just like the one he gave to Sylph. In the first video, Alina even mentioned the necklace that Rudy has, which was a gift from Sylph. I mean, come on, connect the dots. Alright folks, let's dive into a moment that had us all on the edge of our seats. The Great Panty Incident at Ranoa University. Well, let's break it down. Our hero Rudio stumbles upon a pair of panties and decides to pick them up. Little does he know, he's about to earn the title of King of Underwear Thieves. The court of public opinion, the place where you're guilty until proven. Poor Rudy didn't stand a chance. But just when you think all hope is lost, in comes Silent Fitz. This guy is the man, the myth, the legend who can silence a crowd faster than my Wi-Fi disconnects during an online game. A few words from him, and boom, case dismissed. If only legal proceedings were that efficient in the real world. So, what's the moral of this story? If you're going to pick up panties, or any piece of clothing, for that matter, make sure you've got a Fitz in your corner. And for the love of God, read the dorm rules. On that lovely romantic night, Fitz and Rudios are having a talk. Our boy apologized for the humiliating beatdown, while thanking for saving him from the giant gorilla, while Fitz apologized for getting Rudy in trouble. So Rudy's life gets so monotone that even a metronome would get bored. Enter Zanoba, the figure-obsessed sidekick. This guy's so obsessed with figures, you'd think he was preparing for a Toy Story audition. And he's desperate for Rudios to teach him the art of figure making. It's like asking Picasso to teach you how to doodle. Now, let's talk about the teleportation conundrum. Rudios is on a relentless quest to crack the code of teleportation. He's scouring through books in the library like a detective on a cold case, but alas, the clues are scant. It's like searching for Waldo in a sea of candy cane stripes. You know he's there, but good luck finding him. And then Fitz appears, saying that he will help our boy to find the answers he have. Oh boy, Fitz don't have a clue about his first concern. Whatever, Fitz says that he will help because he lost some people in that incident too. But let's be real here, there's more chemistry between these two than in a high school science lab. And she wants to get close to Rudy. Love is in the air. Returning from the library, on their way back, Rudios can't help but ask Fitz about his ever-present sunglasses. I have my reasons. Fitz replies, come on, Fitz, just spill the beans and say yourself. Oh my god. And then Rudy asks if Fitz can cast spells with voiceless incantation since a young age. And Fitz says he was saved by his master, and he though him. Rudy says he wants to meet Fitz's master, but he just needs to look in the mirror. Just as Fitz is about to leave, a gust of wind worthy of a shampoo commercial sweeps through, making Sylph look like a supermodel on a runway. Rudio's heart starts pounding like a drummer in a Slipknot concert. He finds himself questioning, do I like men? Adding yet another layer of complexity to his already complicated psyche. Next, we switch gears to Rudios' attempt to teach Zanoba the fine art of crafting action figures inspired by the medieval magic world. Despite their best efforts, it's a no-go. It's like trying to teach a fish to climb a tree. It's just not happening. So, they hatch a plan that's as unconventional as it is controversial. They decide to buy a child slave to teach magic from a young age, thereby aiding Zanoba in his peculiar hobby. And so, off they go to the slave market, a place that's as morally ambiguous as it is essential to their plan. The atmosphere in the slave market is as tense as a tightrope. Rudios and Zanoba approach a merchant, their criteria clear. They need a young, dexterous individual, preferably a dwarf. The merchant scratches his head, dwarves are rare, especially young ones. But we do have a 6-year-old dwarf girl, he adds, flipping through his ledger. Her family sold themselves into slavery to pay off debts. She's malnourished and doesn't speak human, but she's young. Let's meet her, Rudios insists. The merchant leads them to a small figure huddled in the corner. Here she is, he says, almost apologetically. Rudios kneels down to her level. Hello, I'm Rudios. What's your name? The girl's eyes are vacant, filled with a despair so deep it's like staring into an abyss. She's lost all hope. Rudios, recognizing that look from his own past. I've been there, wanting to give up on life. Do you want to die? He asks her softly. To die? She mumbles, then shakes her head. I don't want to die. That's enough for now. Rudios thinks. You don't have to want to live. Not wanting to die is a start. Turning to Zanoba, Rudios asks, what should we name her? She doesn't have a proper name yet. Zanoba suggests Julius, the name of his deceased younger brother. Rudios counters, how about Juliet? She's a girl. Juliet it is. Zanoba agrees. Your name is Juliet now. And so, Julie becomes a part of their lives. She moves in with Zanoba and becomes his attendant. Rudios takes on the role of her tutor, teaching her languages and the art of incantationless magic. Slowly but surely, their plan to create magical action figures gains momentum. Hold on to your wands and brace yourselves. Rudeus is about to reveal a darker side that you never saw coming. He doesn't just defeat Lena and Persona, he kidnaps them. What could possibly drive him to such extremes? And what will become of them? The answers will shock you. Don't miss the next episode. Click on the video appearing on your screen right now to unravel the mystery.